What's up, everybody? I hope you are fine. I hope you are doing well. I would appreciate if you can smash the like button, smash the subscribe button like never before. Roger Fortson. This story is after my heart. I know I may be biased, but at the same time, I know that there are investigations that are still going on. However, there's something that I want us to hear from what his siblings had to say. There's a lot of information we can grab here. So I would encourage all of you to listen to what his siblings had to say attentively.
Have Harmony talk about her brother.
Roger Airman Fortson. He was maybe my brother, but he was also the best brother I could ever ask for. Roger, we may not have any food, but he would always come by and just bring us something to eat. Roger knew what we wanted. Roger just, the last time I talked to him, it was on May 1st. It was on my birthday. I didn't even get to tell him I love him. All I got to say was I'll see him later. No, I mean I won't even get to see him later. I just miss my brother. No, the first theme camp I ever went to was with him. The first actual theme park I ever went to was with Roger, and it only happened because of him. I just all the times that I've spent with him, some of them I can't even remember because I was so young. Now, because I'm 10 years old, I don't even, it's hard to speak when I just can't think about the hell he's not here with me right now, and he should be right beside us, and we should be somewhere having fun, not somewhere having grief because of somebody who made wrong decisions and took my brother away from me.
Right?
According to his younger sister, he was always there. He was always available. He used to take care of them when it comes to food and when it comes to certain things. In other words, he used to cover a lot for them. And nothing you can do for these young kids that will go unnoticeable. This is what we need to understand. This is what we need to keep it in mind. So every time you take care of them, they'll always remember it. But someone might say, how can this be important, or why this is so important? You have to bear in mind that most of black people come from disadvantaged backgrounds. Unlike other communities whereby everybody is okay, every time they come together, everyone is fine. But when it comes to black communities, it's just a bit different. Some of the people who come from disadvantaged backgrounds might agree with me. I know there are black people who are rich, who have money, have cash, they don't have problems. I understand that. But when it comes to most of black people, they come from disadvantaged backgrounds. So this is something that we need to consider every time we look at these situations. So Roger was not only a U.S. Airman or a senior U.S. Airman, but he was also a breadwinner. So there are situations whereby in a one family you can find 10 people living in the same house, living in the same small house. Sometimes it can be a shack. You can find 5 or 6 or 7 people living in the same house, and you may find out that amongst them there's only one breadwinner amongst all of them. And it means if you cut the supply, then those who are left, they are going to struggle even more. This is what is happening in many black communities. You have to take care of your grandfather, your grandmother. You have to take care of your other siblings, your cousins, and etc. and etc. So this is what is happening in black communities. So that is why this is so important, because what she remembers about her brother, that her brother was always there. no matter what. In other words, sometimes they would go without any food. Some people might ask, but how is this possible? It's possible. But Roger was always there. I'm not saying he did everything 100% or he gave them everything they wanted, but he was always there, especially when it comes to their needs. This is an example of what is happening in black communities, and I'm not trying to make any excuse, but I just want to make you to understand why this is so significant, why this is so important. Because if you cut the water supply, then those people who are depending on that water before you cut off the supply, they are going to be in trouble.
And his niece, what's your name? Lauren?
Roger, Roger Airman Fortson, he wasn't just my uncle, he was the best uncle. He will always make someone happy. He will never have a bad day in front of somebody. If he had a bad day, he will make it right. Everybody loved him. There was no hate to him until now. The last time I saw him was on his birthday, and I didn't even get to say I love him. Never see his face again. The last time I saw him, he was happy. And now to end like this.
Thank you, Lauren. Y'all give Lauren a round of applause, too. These young people are so courageous.
When I was growing up, I was never told that counseling is important. Even in my life in general, I didn't consider counseling important because of where I come from. But right now, I've changed my mind about many things. Counseling is very important. I believe, or I hope, these kids will go through a proper counseling. Because sometimes you ask yourself why this person is behaving like this, why this person is so disrespectful. Sometimes it's because of the things that happened in their lives when they were 5, when they were 10 years old, when they were 15 years old. That is why counseling is so important. Sometimes I'm not saying you have to go and pay a lot of money paying for counseling, but sometimes you need someone who can say to you, because of 1, 2, 3 that has happened in your life, I'm here to equip you for life. I'm not here to give you money. I won't give you all these things. I won't promise you heaven and earth, but I'll just equip you for life, because some of these things will catch up with you when you are old. Some of these things will catch up with you when you have started working. So that is why counseling is so important. Why? It's because every time they come across someone who looks like the very same person who disappeared, their brother, they will be triggered. They will be triggered. Sometimes they may lose confidence. Sometimes they may have anger. Sometimes they may become violent. That is why counseling is so important. And the other thing that I would like to talk about is the responsibility of the country. It is the responsibility of the country to make sure that all people who are deployed by the state, they follow the procedure. They follow their procedure, they follow their protocol, and they love the people they are serving. I know I may be biased here, but this situation is very painful. I'm not saying they have to be soft, but what I'm trying to say is that it's very important for people who are deployed by the state to follow the procedure, because it's painful for someone to die just like that. This man was not only a soldier, this man was also a breadwinner. Some people may call it a black tax, but I disagree, because if you look what is happening in black communities, you'll understand that it's not a black tax. It's because everyone is trying to make sure that they are trying to conquer their challenges on behalf of their people.
Me and Roger had this kind of bond like not any other person. We had a bond where we would text and stuff, and I miss talking to him. One time on the text messages, I was with Chloe, and we was sitting on the couch in my grandma's house, and I just said, "Look at your daughter. She looks so pretty." And he said all kind of heart. He said that I love you. So last time I talked to him was when he texted me and he said happy birthday to me, and when he said he loved me, and I just didn't know he was gonna be gone from me. Like, they took my uncle from me, and I just want justice for him.
Justice for Roger.
This is what happens when you cut the water supply. I would appreciate if you can smash the subscribe button, smash the like button like never before.